First Pride I ever went to was in 1973. I was 13 years old. I think that's the one that Sylvia Rivera spoke at, and I think I remember her screaming off the stage and the people screaming back. But I knew nothing about it. I was 13. So my perspective of that Pride was from the eyes of a 13-year-old. I couldn't believe there were that many people. If I could sing It's a Whole New World, it wasn't written yet, but I was going, it's a whole new world, because it was. My world opened up when I saw Community. Next prides I remember were in Los Angeles and West Hollywood, and they were like a parade with like a fair and a fairground, and I remember them being absolutely horrible. Then back in New York during the AIDS crisis, during its peak, those were pretty bleak. I think there were a couple of fun ones where people were all over the place, in and out, up and down streets, in and out of bars, seeing, who survived the crisis. It was just a lot more fun. And then one year, probably one of the last years I went, I knew that something had changed, because now Pride was in lines. They put up barricades. The police were leading the thing. The police used to come just to watch, but they weren't part of it. They were there just as auxiliary to keep us safe, whatever they do at parades. But now they were actively participating in keeping us in line, making sure we walked in one direction. It was like horrible. And that's when I knew that Pride had been taken over. It was no longer about us, because now the city was involved, and it became really horrible. And you could only go, you'd have to walk all the way to the end to cross over, or there was like one little place where you could cross over in the middle. It wasn't the same. It wasn't any fun. It was totally overrun with rules. Gone was the mob of people going in both directions right down the center of Christopher Street. I liked the prides when it was about us, when it was about the community, not when it became like waiting in line at Disneyland for something, a pointless line. I mean, why would anyone want to go wait in those lines? I went to another Pride until about 2017. I remember my friend Roy called me up and said, let's go to Pride, girl. And it just so happened that I bought some really smutty shorts for the 4th of July. And I said, I have something to wear, let's go. And it was horrible then too. I wonder if the actual gay Pride parade and the ceremonies and celebrations that follow even matter anything to this generation. I think maybe people have forgotten what it's really about. It's almost like it's about that one night where people had enough and then had a fight. It's not about the years and years and years and years of oppression and having to lose your jobs and be outed and ruined if people found out, of not having rights, all that stuff that built up to that one night where somebody threw a brick or whatever happened.